here for the rebuttal. Since there are too many problems in the affirmative constructive side, we have better start right now. First, problems in the prima facie. First, democracy. The second affirmative used the word democracy. It seems that the affirmative didn't quite solidify the word democracy. We don't blame them, because democracy indeed has 1,000 faces and it's really hard to define. However, they need to do more research. How can their contentions be based on a word that they can't even clearly define? We, the negative, have been doing a lot of research. We use Dennis Thompson's theory of simultaneity because we think it can aptly explain the benefits of the current electoral system. We use Jason Brennan's theory because enlarging more voters to vote isn't necessarily a good democracy. We, the negative, borrow more authoritative minds, and we can clearly define the terms. And the second thing is, your explanation of equality seems not to fit in ours. We believe our way to define equality is more priority one. Your equality only maintains the equality of the vote. However, our equality ensures the voting procedure to be correct, which means that the outcome of the election will be correct. It's more important in a democratic country, since it represents institutional democracy. And the second thing is some logical fallacies. Double standards is a fallacy that your affirmative made. You told us the equality ensured that everyone can vote. But your plan didn't ensure some people's suffrage, such as the PRC voters and the prisoners. So then, is your plan. The affirmative side had proposed transfer voting. It breaks the animosity principle. It somehow makes some ballots not secret anymore. And they didn't consider enough preparing time. Therefore, their plans does not totally meet with the topicality of implement. They agree without definition, but they do not fully give practical effect to and ensure actual fulfillment by concrete measures. The other thing is they don't even know how many people that will be benefit, and they suggest such a controversial plan. We keep the core spirit of the election in a democratic country. We maintain the equality of the voting. Our minor repair costs little and is totally feasible, while the affirmative plan, in contrast, causes more harm and is not pragmatic at all. To conclude, we believe the status quo in our plan is better than the affirmatives. Thank you.
Third affirmative rebuttal. 3 minutes.
Alright, I'm the third affirmative speaker, and right now I'm going to show you why we win the debate. So first, I'll go through some of their points. They say that they will extend work leave for people. However, we believe that they misread the entire topic because it says the Taiwanese government. Well, extending work leave is a corporate action, and it also invalidates their own argument about equal voting time for every voter, because people who get work leave will have more voting time. Additionally, they also said extend the voting time for some people. However, that as well invalidates their point about equal voting time for all voters, because they do not say they will extend voting time for all voters. And additionally, we also believe it does not solve problems for the Taiwanese diaspora coming back to Taiwan to vote, because hey, even if they extend the time for 1 day, when they come back, they set the quota for 2 weeks. Additionally, they said subsidizing travel will be enough for voters. However, they did not respond to a quote from the Taiwan Youth Association for Democracy saying that even though they raised $3.5 million in subsidizing travel, they still did not do that. And our magnitude is that our absentee balloting plan will make voting more convenient for 2 million Taiwanese diaspora abroad and 21.17% of the Taiwanese electorate, as we have stated in our first speech. However, they offered no comparable numbers, but convicts and old people. And additionally, our plan also allows more voters to vote compared to their plan. And the NEC believes that they only believe in people who vote right now, and they ignore ones that cannot vote due to like geographical barriers. And they also say that we discriminate against PRC voters, but we don't. In fact, we even make voting easier for them because they can't vote in China, but they can still come back to any territory in Taiwan. That includes outlying islands such as Kinmen and Matsu, which is still a fair distance nearer to China than the main Taiwanese island. And democracy is not a term needed to define in this debate, as we're talking about absentee balloting. And for the goal of fairer elections for every vote, only our plan solves, and they offer no substantive counterplan. And therefore, we win the debate. Thank you.